So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Tiny Tina's Wonderlands video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 things I wish I knew before I played Wonderlands. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So number 1 on the list is do not farm bosses when you are low level. You can play the game however you want, but due to the way that the game works, farming bosses on a lower level does not reward you with dedicated drops and legendaries as much as you might think. We'll come on to the whys of that in a little while, but if you choose to get to level 10 maybe and then start to farm bosses, you will not be rewarded as you would think based on your experience with other previous Borderlands games. Again, we'll touch on the whys in a minute. Number 2 is linked to number 1. And that being said, that if you're not getting legendary items, don't fret, because in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the blues and the purples are absolutely incredible. Specifically, some of the reward items that you get from the side quests. So don't sleep on the side quests and the major quests that are also technically side quests within the game. You get some mission rewards that are phenomenal. Number 3 is, so we've touched on the fact that we're not getting legendary items through the story and at lower levels, and that is because of loot luck. Now, there is a specific video on my channel dedicated to loot luck, but the TLDR is that if you are at lower levels and haven't got all the collectibles throughout the video game yet, your loot luck will be lower than it should be for when you are ready to farm. So my advice is, don't spend too much time farming bosses while you're going through the story and enjoying the campaign. Once you have started collecting all those collectibles, come back, and that's when you can start to get those legendary drops at a more regular rate. On the subject of legendaries as well, once you start to get legendaries, you will notice that actually legendaries in Wonderlands are not fixed. You used to get rolled passes on class mods in Borderlands 3, but the legendaries in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands will also roll with different stats as well. So you will need to obviously think about that, particularly the class mods or the armor in this particular game. You'll have different classes listed on the class mod, and then in addition to that, there will be passives as well. So it adds a different layer to what we are experienced usually in the previous Borderlands games. It probably adds an additional layer of farming as well, which can be seen as a good or a bad thing depending on how long you want to play this video game. The final thing I want to touch on is the multi-class system. Yes, you will be able to change the secondary class that you can select when playing Wonderlands. However, you cannot change this in the story. So the first time you get to choose a multi-class will be around about level 15 to 18 when you are in Brighthoof. You will not be able to change that once you have selected it. So make sure that you have selected one that you're ready to stick with until the end of the story. Once you get to the end of the story, you will then be able to change the multi-class. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip.